Great show. I'm Stephen Colbert. Happy Friday, everybody. Everybody feeling good? Ready for the weekend? Me too. Look, I didn't get a chance to talk about this last night, but there is big news that just came out. It looks like Donald Trump may have broken the law. You shouldn't be that shocked. Newsweek has discovered that back in 1998, Trump's company violated the embargo against Cuba, illegally spending $68,000 on a business trip for representatives of Trump hotels and casino resorts. No word yet on whether they were in Cuba to scout real estate or find a fresh supply of beauty contestants to fat shame. Now, you run out after a while. So, to skirt the embargo, this is what they found out. Trump's company didn't spend the money directly. Instead, they illegally funneled it through a consulting firm who advised them how to make it appear legal by linking it after the fact to a charitable effort. That's how they got caught, because no one would ever believe Trump made a charitable effort. Still, this story shouldn't be a big problem for Trump unless there was some sort of swing state with a huge Cuban population who hates anyone who would do business with Castro. But that shouldn't be a problem unless there's a video of him saying he would never invest in Cuba from the same year he actually did. Oh, there is? And we have it? And I'm pretending to talk to somebody off camera for dramatic effect right now? Oh, well, then we should just play it then.
As you know, and the people in this room know better than anyone, putting money and investing money in Cuba right now doesn't go to the people of Cuba. It goes into the pockets of Fidel Castro. He's a murderer. He's a killer. He's a bad guy in every respect.
He's a man I'm proud to call my business partner. I love you, Fidel. Mwah. This is a damning, corroborated scandal for Trump with only one possible result. He goes up in the polls. But we shall see. Oh, speaking of Donald Trump, are you familiar with this meme called Pepe the Frog? Okay, if you're those who don't, here's a picture. Here's Pepe the Frog, okay? And Pepe was just designated a hate symbol by the Anti-Defamation League because people have been, quote, abusing the image of a cartoon character to harass and spread hatred on social media. Which is shocking. I didn't know people needed any help spreading hatred on social media. But Pepe did not start as a symbol of hate. He was originally just a cartoon character in an indie comic about a group of fun-loving stoners called Boys Club. It's so hard for women to break into the world of cartoon stoners. So here's what happened. Then the internet discovered Pepe and turned him into a meme, using him to convey emotions like sad, angry, smug, and those are the only three emotions allowed on the internet these days. Now soon, Pepe became so big that celebrities like Nicki Minaj and Katy Perry were posting pictures of him. That's when he ran into the #1 rule of the internet. When people online love a thing, people online hate that thing. Because some, let's say, people on the internet decided Pepe had gone too mainstream, so they decided to ruin him for everyone. As one self-described white nationalist put it, as part of a campaign to reclaim Pepe, we basically mixed him in with Nazi propaganda. You know, like how when the hot tub gets too crowded, you reclaim it by taking a dump in it. More from me. Now, here's the thing. This anti-defamation ban has got to be embarrassing to Donald Trump because both he and Donald Trump Jr. have posted images of Pepe dressed as Trump. And using Pepe just reinforces the continuing accusations that Trump has courted the white supremacist vote, which isn't fair. He did not court it. He just said everything they wanted to hear. Speaking of scary, by the way, Halloween is just around the corner. It's my favorite holiday. It's the one time a year I can eat an entire bag of fun-sized Snickers, and it's not depressing, it's festive. And everywhere you look, people are hawking spooky Halloween swag. But one piece of merchandise has gotten complaints for being a little too spooky. It's the scary Peeper Creeper The suction cup-equipped Halloween decoration that mounts outside your window is simulating a man peering inside. And the website says it's scary, fun Halloween decoration with realistic details. I don't know, if it's such a realistic portrayal of a peeping Tom, how come you can see both of his hands?
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. No.
Now, you gotta act fast if you want to get your hands on the creeper because Home Depot has already pulled the item from their shelves in Canada. So sad. Now the Peeper creepers are outside the store, sadly looking in. Speaking of creepy, an Australian man, after sitting down on a portable toilet, has been bitten by a venomous spider on the penis for a second time.
That's nasty.
Wow.
I don't know what he doing wrong.
What are the odds?
What he doing wrong?
That's like being struck. That's like being struck by lightning twice on the penis.
You need to put a tissue down.
He was taken to the same hospital where they treated his first bite, and the man said they got worried the first time. This time they were making jokes, which just proves the old saying: "Spider bites you on the penis once, shame on you. Spider bites you on the penis twice, that's hilarious."
You gotta watch that.
Remind me to never go to Australia, by the way.
You better watch
But the
that,
victim
bro.
doesn't agree, saying, quote, "I'm the most unlucky guy in the country at the moment." Unlucky, sir? Unlucky? You have been bitten twice in the penis by a spider. That's not a tragic tale, that's a superhero origin story. Spider Wang, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves with an open fly. Look out, here comes the Spider Wang. Wang. Woo. Hey, say hi to John Baptiste and stay human, everybody.